All right, this is the third time tonight we've tried to record this Season 3, Episode 25 of Lucha Underground review. The wrestling gods have not liked us. They have not loved us. We were trying to do a fight companion style thing where we were doing live commentary. We gave up on that. It just wasn't working. So here we are to give our recap.
It was less than bueno.
All right, little preview for tonight's action. We had some stuff with Dante Fox talking about his backstory in Afghanistan. Killshot is watching him as he jogs through a really sketchy looking section of Boyle Heights. And yeah, that's about it for the preview, I would think. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, that's about it.
We move on to PJ Black versus Sexy Star. This is a short, relatively quick match. We have a Taya appearance at ringside. She throws in some brass knucks, which are clearly plastic, to PJ Black. But Sexy Star knocks the knucks away from him and slugs him herself. And gets DQ'd.
Yeah, it's just, it was an acceptable match. Sexy Star is just not up to scratch when it comes to actually wrestling these things. And I can see why they're putting her further and further down the card.
Mm-hmm. And to be honest, they also do protect her like a little bit because she is a former champion, and you have her get DQ'd here as opposed to doing the job to PJ Black. So, you know,
but they did the dumb I got caught cheating and you disqualified me. Why?
That part I didn't dig, and that's always been my problem. Is that beyond Sexy Star's work in the ring, is her psychology never really makes any sense as a character. Like she talks about, I don't need anyone's help. Whatever, but all of her success in Lucha Underground has been due to the aid of others. Admittedly, like, evening the score, don't get me wrong, but, I mean, all of her big wins, she's had help from Phoenix Aerostar and Drago, or the Mac, or, like, she's been supported. She's not done it on her own, despite the fact that she keeps telling us that she wants to. And here was, of course, another part of it, where she's, you know, clearly clocked PJ Black with the brass knucks. Yes, she didn't introduce them, but she did use them, and is kind of acting confused that she's getting DQ'd, and then she belts the ref.
Yeah, and I like that. I like that part. I think she should just keep doing that, just like brass knuckles all the time. Or maybe her new gimmick is that she tapes up her fists like really a lot, and secretly she's got the brass knuckles on all the time.
That would be intriguing.
Just turn her heel and have her start decking people.
It goes with her old boxing gimmick as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had a Rey Mysterio Johnny Mundo hype package. I really like this one, actually. Mostly for the Mundo parts as opposed to the Mysterio parts, which are kind of just like, I'm a good guy for the community type of thing, which, whatever. But watching Mundo like deck the other members of the Worldwide Underground was pretty funny. I think he knocked Mandela out. And he just does some things that make him look very physically impressive. Then we moved on to Son of Havoc versus Son of Madness. You take this one.
No. Okay. Maybe. I don't know. There's not a whole lot to say. Like whoever is Son of Madness has done a really good job of copying Matt Cross style, and they had a pretty good match. I think it was Son of Madness's. Obviously it was his debut match. I don't know what they do about dark matches at all. I have no idea. But yeah, it was pretty good. And the storyline going forward is that apparently they're from the same motorcycle club or something, and somehow or other, Son of Havoc got kicked out or is now kicked out, but we don't know why. And yeah, there's really nothing else to say.
Yeah, this is really kind of a stick a pin in it and see what they actually do with it, because the storyline is very underdeveloped. The match itself was pretty good, although, when you're trying to replicate a style of a guy like Matt Cross, it does kind of show up that you're a little bit slower than him, and that kind of came up here. I'm not sure if that means that Son of Madness is, I don't know what that says about his work rate. It's just that it's not up to Matt Cross's level, which most people's is not, so that's perfectly fine. Bit of a weak finish though with M-Dog, Son of Havoc getting just a schoolboy pin victory, which was a bit of a letdown because this could have been, I think, a little better. But I'm very intrigued to see where they go with the storyline. And Son of Madness with the post-match attack, and he takes Havoc's colors. So yeah,
it'll be interesting to see if they are going to introduce more bikers.
Some of the motorcycle club talk between Stryker and Vampiro did get old, though. I will say that much.
Yeah. Somebody's been watching way too many fictional biker TV shows. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah. Then we had what was effectively a squash match, but it was one that it did amuse me. It was the Prince Puma versus Ricky Mandel matchup. Ricky Mandel has gone full Johnny Mundo. He tried to even do Johnny Mundo's entrance, which was hilarious because he seemed to get very cold. That was hilarious. He tried to do a Mundo promo, tried to work like Mundo. Actually did a pretty decent job with the Mundo work rate. He's not terrible. And Puma eventually gets the win with a spinning sit-out Michinoku driver for the 3. A little bit of offense from Mandel, but it's pretty much a squash, which is fine.
Indeed.
Then we had a backstage deal with Rey Mysterio and Dragon Azteca. Basically, Mysterio wishing Azteca luck, and Azteca saying he hopes to meet Mysterio for the title. And so does Puma, because he wants his rematch against Rey Mysterio for the title, and he's going to win the cup. So,
correct.
Nothing complex, but it gets the job done. And then we finish off with Dante Fox versus Dragon Azteca Jr. with Rey Mysterio. Take it away, please.
This was a pretty good match.
It was a really good matchup with really good work rate. We were trying to figure out how tall Dragon Azteca is and kind of failed. We're thinking he's 5'8".
Yeah, about there.
Based on Dante Fox's 6 feet tall listed height. A couple of really good spots here, particularly when they did the kind of what you can do, I can do sort of deal. Like they both did the C4s. They both did drop kicks kind of right after each other in a very similar fashion. Really enjoyed that. One kind of awkward thing was when Azteca seemed to be injured, but they didn't really follow up on it. It was just kind of a way to get Rey Mysterio to the ring, which I thought was kind of unneeded. Anyways, the Worldwide Underground attacked Rey. Azteca, who is also Rey, by the way, Rey Horus, does a dive to the outside to try to help his coach, comes back in, and loses to the Fox Catcher of Dante Fox, which is a straitjacket brainbuster. And
that's awesome.
Tell him about the Fox Catcher there, Byron. Tell him about how you booked it.
Well, we were just watching the match, and I said, this guy's a wrestler, and he goes by this ring name of Fox. Why doesn't he have a Fox Catcher finisher? And lo and behold, he does.
That was
pretty much the end of the story.
Yeah, that was pretty amusing. The only thing really weird here is that you kind of had to tease the kill shot was going to do something in this episode at the beginning, with him up on a building watching Dante Fox run and stuff, and he never came out to interfere in the match, cost Dante Fox in any way. So that was a bit weird because, of course, Dante Fox did cost Killshot his match. So kind of interesting where that storyline is going to go. But Lucha Underground sometimes takes a very long view of things. So I'm hoping they have something good in store.
Yeah, I'm not sad. How much interference in one match do you really want to?
No, I'm just puzzled. It's not a matter of sadness.
It's part of the storyline. Doesn't mean has to happen this week.
That's true. Yeah. Well, I'm just used to WWE matchmaking, my friend.
Yeah.
The booking.
Car crash, that is WWE.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So yeah, pretty good stuff all around. All of the matches were adequately done, I would say. Dante Fox and Azteca is worth a rewatch. Is really good. The two of the matches were a little too short to really want to see, but they were well done. Madness versus Havoc was a bit odd, and I think it was always going to be odd when you try to bring in someone who is going to work Matt Cross's style, and like I said, is going to kind of show up some of the pace differences, which are present between Matt Cross and most wrestlers. So moving forward, we have the second round of the Cueto Cup, which has some really good matches. I'm really looking forward to Jeremiah Graham versus Taya, which I didn't really think I would, but It's in my head now as a pretty good match. Didn't catch what the other matches were. I should have just pulled the bracket up here in front of us. But largely everyone who advanced is a really, really good worker, and that probably means we're headed for some fantastic matches.
I just hope that they don't try and cram him into like a 10-minute spot.
I hope not. I want give him a chance to breathe, give him time.
Mm-hmm.
Something that they did an okay job here, but like it was a 10-minute main event, which is I thought a little short. Like you could, if you gave that out to like a 15-minute match between Fox and Azteca, you could probably get like maybe an extra star onto it.
Correct.
Just giving them a little more time to breathe. But everything's good here. Lucha Underground continuing to do some good things. Still bugged that I can't figure out who Son of Madness is.
Keep telling you, it's Brody Lee.
It's not Brody Lee.
He's working 2 promotions at once.
So if you have any theories on who Son of Madness is, feel free to leave them in the comments because I'm very intrigued. Very intrigued.
I bet it's Christopher Daniels.
No.
What?
Ah, man, it's really bugging me.
It's probably Human Tornado. Just get over it.
Whoa, that would be impressive. That would be pretty epic.
He's under a mask. You can't tell.
I'm pretty sure I could tell if it was L Snowflake.
Negative.
Anyways, that's all we got for this round. We're going to be back on the weekend with a Great Balls of Fire review because we're going to be watching that. The worst named pay-per-view of the year.
Apparently they want to make it a permanent yearly thing.
Oh, God, please don't.
Hilarious.
Ugh. It's not hard to make good pay-per-view names. It's really not. You just have to not do Great Balls of Fire.
I hear that they're going to be changing WrestleMania to 23 Skidoo.
That I find unlikely. I mean, 40 Skidoo, maybe.
No, you just don't understand, sir. It's a slang term from like the 1910s.
I'm aware.
Back when Vince was in his early 70s.
Whoa! He's not that old. Oh, boy. So hopefully WWE delivers with Great Balls of Fire, which I think it will, actually. There's a couple of matches I'm really looking forward to on that card.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully we'll be happy with that, and then we'll go into Raw and such in a good mood, and next week's wrestling will be just fantastic. That's the dream. That's the dream. So that is all I got for now. Get off of Byron's lawn. You're trampling his newly planted sod. He's not happy about that.
Giggity.
And while you're there, could you spray some fertilizer?
Whoa. No peeing on the yard.
I didn't say pee. I didn't say
Listen.
There's a can of fertilizer right there.
I know what you're implying.
I was not implying anything.
Lies.
Alright, that is all before we go on like this for like another 15 minutes.